welcome back to The Sesh. I'm Kendall Ray, joined by...
Janelle.
Janelle.
It's me.
Sometimes I like to call her Janet.
Yeah, that's actually
Does
my
that annoy
nickname.
you?
No, I don't care. I think it's funny when you call me it. Like, I wouldn't want anyone calling me that, but you can call me that.
Yeah, I liked, especially when you're like in editing mode, then you're definitely Janet. Yeah.
I need like a name tag. Hello, my name is Janet.
Hello, my name is Janet. You're in my phone as Janet.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
But anyway, today we are going to be doing a little 420 sesh. We wanted to celebrate. Normally we do this on Mile Higher, but now we have a space to do this.
Exactly.
And hopefully when we're in our new studio, we will have room for the boys to come on for an episode. Because I know people were requesting in our last episode for the guys to come on to talk about this and like join us for a 420 thing.
Yeah. Well,
but this desk really doesn't work for 4 people.
No. And also here's the deal. We only have 4 working mics. So if we have 4 guests, then Sydney can't talk and that makes things hard. So it's like, we need to just get into the new studio. Bottom line.
Yeah, we do. Well, we just went to it yesterday and we were like trying to map it out a little bit, figure out how we're going to make it all work.
Fit 3 different
hard,
podcasts. Honestly. Every podcast is going to have its own space. So
yeah, people were asking on Twitter. I don't think everyone's heard us talk about why we're moving, and it's because we want 3 different sets. You know, we want to be able to have something different. We have the same sesh set as Mile Higher,
exactly.
So it's kind of like
we
want to do our own thing, and we have these great ideas.
Yeah, we have really good ideas. Oh my god, I'm really excited for it to come together.
But that would, you know, involve completely altering this background, so we can't do it here.
No, you can't do it.
It's going to be so much better. And then Josh has his own ideas for lights out.
That's the other thing is like this sesh and lights out are two, like they couldn't be more opposite. So how can you honestly like share a space and really make it your own? Like, we'll come in here and the like lights out stuff will be set up and then it's like skulls everywhere and it's like giant skull here and we're like, all right, take that down, put the plants up, put the dog up.
Yeah, we want really chill vibes. So this is going to be so much better, and it's going to take a little while for us to get in there. So it's not anything that's coming super soon, but relatively.
And honestly, like I don't even know,
maybe a month or 2.
I was gonna say I don't even want to give an estimation because like who knows?
I don't know.
Really.
Yeah.
Seriously. We have to like have some things built and
yesterday we were like, we need to find a high schooler that knows how to knows about performing arts that could build us a set. Because we need like some moving walls that are on wheels. So if anyone knows how to do it, hit us up in the comments. If you're in Colorado, you can build us a moving wall. We need like a wall
on wheels that we can decorate because
put
camera angles.
On.
It's long to explain.
We need to be able to share it between 2 shows, Mile Higher and Sesh.
No, I think we want our own walls. So we don't always have to move it back and forth.
Oh, we're just gonna have 2 walls.
You know, that's easy enough. We need 2 walls.
Okay, we need 2 walls. If you can help us with that, let us know. But anyway, it's a lot to look forward to, but it's a lot going on right now. We're very like just chaos.
just
like having some growing pains because we're doing all these things, but it's made it really exciting, and we have all this cool stuff planned for the future. Now the world's like getting back to normal.
Woo,
we're gonna be able to have guests.
1 vaccine in.
We can travel.
We can travel soon. Yes.
You know, travel and do documentaries. That's like one thing I'm like, please.
Totally.
I had so many other things in mind after we worked on Christians last year, and then pandemic hit. That all got cut. So hopefully we can do something this year. But
we're really excited. But we also want to thank our sponsors, Curtsy, ExpressVPN, She's Birdie, and HelloFresh. Thank you guys for making the show possible and supporting us.
Thanks for our sponsors.
Appreciate that. Okay, well, you guys, so on our last episode, we did a Q&A and we talked a little bit about some high stories of ours that we've experienced.
Some partaking stories. I say we call it that.
True, I know.
It's YouTube, you never know.
I know. I'm like, partaking stories. That's a good one. But you guys were like, you should make a whole episode out of it. And we were like, holy shit, this lines up for 420. Boom, we need to do it.
We're in.
We have our cloak. We got new merch here.
Yes. This, sadly.
No, not this.
That's cool.
This is just a little.
I wish that was our merch.
We should make some merch. I'm sure we can make something like this.
Something similar.
Little smiley face. And then this is so exciting.
This is so cool.
Is so cute.
This is a revamped version of our Steely design.
Yeah. The other one was just like more gray like gray and black.
Yes.
This one's like
psychedelic. A 420 version of it. So that is available right now on milehighermerch.com. Or wait, it's not yet.
No, actually,
I'm sorry.
It's not yet. This comes out before 420, obviously, but it's for us. This is like the closest one.
We have 2 different grinder designs this year.
They're really cute. Like them a lot.
I'm obsessed with them. And we also have a toker poker.
Woo!
We have a bunch of things too. We have some other items too. We have mood mats. We have new tumblers.
Those are so
Look at these colors.
Cute. If you're listening, it's like rainbow, like hollow acid drip kind of. It's really, really pretty.
Yeah, it's like blue, reflective, purple.
So awesome.
I love it. It's so nice.
And then
I've got the merch. We've got stickers.
Yeah, these stickers are honestly really cute. Some of my favorite ones you guys have put out so far.
Well, this one. Yeah. And here, show this.
I'll help you.
Thank you. This one was designed by a subscriber named Bowie, and he's awesome. He's such a cool artist, and he did this design for us. Isn't this sweet?
I love it.
I know, it's really cool. It turned out amazing.
It's so cool.
It's so unique. I love the rainbow astronaut. Yes. That's the coolest part, I think.
And then the pyramids next to it with the little flying saucer. It's so good.
I adore it. So yeah, check it out. We've got all of those things available now. We do have limited quantities for this drop. It's not a pre-sale situation. So if you are interested, check it out. 420. I don't know what time yet, but
we'll let you know. Follow us.
We'll put it in the description.
Any of our social medias, it will be on there somewhere.
Yeah, likely noon MST is my guess.
Yeah.
And then also my brand Higher Love Wellness, which is our CBD brand, is having a huge sale, our first big sale for 420. It goes from 420 to my birthday, 422. And yeah, it's going to be 20% off site wide. So take advantage of that. Stock up.
You guys got all the good stuff.
We do.
You guys have the tinctures, you have the salve, you have the wax, the concentrate.
Yep. Got wax pens.
The wax pen.
Yeah.
It's really good. The gummies, of course.
Yes.
Which is like, the
gummies are really good.
The gummies are such good quality.
Because they're terpene infused, so they're natural.
Natural from the plants themselves.
It tastes like fruit.
It literally tastes like fruit.
It doesn't taste like that artificial candy kind of taste. No. It's much more of a fresh
and the texture taste. Is perfect. Like I'm really into the textures when it comes to gummies.
They're
I don't
not
like
too
things
chewy.
They're like
stale.
Nice and like you can sink your teeth in. And they're delicious.
Covered with sugar on the outside, girl.
It's honestly so good.
It's really good. I live off of them, so yeah.
Delicious.
But anyway, what are we going to be doing today? We are going to be doing stories, we said. We already talked about that.
Yep, stories.
We're also going to be doing some trivia. Some cannabis trivia. Do you think cannabis gets flagged?
I don't think so.
Because that would be messed up.
I don't think so because we talked about a mile higher and usually it's green.
And here's the thing. Here's a little topic for us to start out with. How are we ever going to change the stigma around this plant if we don't talk about it freely and like try to push that?
Yep. 100%.
So part of me just wants to push against the system. Hopefully it doesn't get flagged.
We have to like prove that the stereotype of like the stoner sitting in your basement eating a bag of chips is not true. No. Like you can be successful working, doing all the things and also partake in cannabis and that's fine. Like it doesn't have to be this like big taboo, this like big deal that so many people seem to think it is.
Yeah, I think so many people have a major misconception about people who use marijuana and marijuana itself, you know?
Yes.
The reason we celebrate our 420 holiday every year is because it has been such a huge help in our lives. Yeah. And I know not everyone has that experience. Not everybody's body reacts the same way with cannabis. But for me personally, it's probably the only thing that has gotten me through the last couple of years having chronic illness. Like it helps me control pain and nausea better than any medication.
And you don't want to take like opioids for like your pain.
No,
like,
I definitely don't want to do that. So it's just been a lifesaver for me. It's helped me in so many ways. Helped me with my anxiety, helps me like loosen up for social things. And I'm not a big drinker at all. Like we drink some kind of times.
Yeah.
Wow. We drink that. We drink sometimes, but you know, and we do it on the sesh.
Yeah, but we're not like some people like to have their glass of wine at like 5 o'clock, which is like totally fine and great.
I'm
but
a social drinker.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I'm not in the mood to drink, this is like a great alternative for me that I can feel a lot more in control of. So for me, it's like just the most miraculous plant. I was trying to talk about it on Mile Higher the other day, and I'd forgot the name of it, but it's endocannabinoid system. There it is. You got to learn about your endocannabinoid system and how cannabis can help you and connects to all of your other systems. It's literally in your body. You know, it's your body's programmed to be able to use this.
And the more, if we want, you know, it to be regulated and legal more, and we want research to be able to be done so that we can educate ourselves more, because there is still so much we don't know about the plant. And in order to do that, we have to legalize it in order to get funding for research and stuff. So it's like, I'm going to be an advocate for it. And, you know, I think
feel
that's
the same way.
Like, I ain't got no shame.
Yeah, it's definitely something that is overly stigmatized. And the only way to change that is to be open about it and not, you know, give in to people that like try to judge you or make you feel like you're doing something wrong by partaking.
Yeah, totally. Well, if you are partaking, welcome. But if you're not, that's cool too. Bring a snack maybe. Yeah. A cup of tea, glass of wine.
Ooh, but yeah, whatever you got, bring it.
Bring it on. Okay. Well, shall we go ahead and get into trivia first?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Sydney, are you ready to help us play trivia?
Yes. Are you guys ready?
Yes. So my friend Corelli, who is going to be on the show more often once we get to the studio and we have a room to have her, made this. And she has worked in a dispensary for a little while. So she knows a lot about cannabis. So she made these questions for us. She said she tried to make them not too hard because a lot of it goes right over our heads.
I was going to say, we're not that educated on it. Honestly, that's like one of my things. So I do love learning about, like, I love cannabis documentaries and just like reading articles. I think it's so interesting. And the business aspect of it's really interesting.
I know more about CBD than I know about cannabis now.
Sure. Yeah.
After this last year of doing this business, but
cool.
Anyway.
All right.
Okay, Janelle.
Yes.
First question.
Okay.
Other slang terms for the green.
Ooh.
Other slang terms. Weed, pot.
I don't like pot.
I
think it's kind of derogatory.
I hate the word pot. Grass.
How many do you have to mention?
Yeah.
There's 3. You've gotten 2.
Oh, I've gotten 2.
Keep going.
You'll know this one.
Slang words. Weed, pot.
Oh, I know it.
You know it?
Yeah. What else do people call weed?
Oh, devil's lettuce? No? That's good though. That should be on there. That is a term.
That was creative.
I think that's another derogatory one though.
I know.
This is like a good term for it. This is a good term for it.
I don't fucking know.
Like smoking the...
Kush?
Yeah.
No.
Well, Kush is a type...
Oh, that's what I was thinking. It's not
ganja.
Kush? Oh, ganja.
Shit. Guess no points for us. Wait, okay, that's interesting because I've never like called it that really.
Like the ganj?
I've called it that before.
Yeah.
Like,
I call it the green a lot.
Yeah, I call it the greens or the marijuanas because I think it's... I feel like it's like some old person that doesn't know, like hates weed. Like, you're smoking dang marijuanas again.
Oh my God.
Okay. What tool is used to prepare the weed?
What tool?
Yeah.
Oh, a grinder.
Yes.
Right? Wow, this was easy.
Grinder. Shout out. Yeah, I was going to say
plug your
grinders.
Hey, you want one? Get yours now.
I feel like I should get like half a point. You only had to say one thing. I said like 5 things.
No, you said 2 out of the 3. So you can get a point.
I get a point?
I think you get a point.
All right.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Which states were the first to legalize recreational weed?
Colorado and Washington.
Yes, that's correct.
Boom.
Yes.
Shout out. I was actually just reading about that last night, the like history of legalization through Colorado. And it's very interesting. We've been working on, we've been like weed friendly for a long time. Even like back in 2000, we were doing medical marijuana for like severe cases. And very interesting. I was reading all about it.
Yeah, sweet. We've been ahead of the pack. It's nice to live here. Love my state.
Shout out.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, if a strain has the word diesel in it, what does that normally mean?
Sativa? I mean, indica? Sorry, my brain.
Which one?
Indica.
Wrong.
It's sativa.
Wait, it is sativa.
Yeah.
Oh my
Diesel's
God.
like...
Why didn't I go with my gut?
I know.
It is. It is.
It's okay.
I always think diesel like makes me think of heavy and
yeah.
Indica like feels heavy and like
gassy. Like that's what people say. Like it's like gassy. Like the
fuel.
Diesel, like diesel fuel.
Oh,
Kendall's like, oh,
that's why they call it that.
I don't know why, but like
interesting.
I know that's like
some way people. That was stupid. I should just gone with my gut.
Damn it.
Okay, well, don't give me a point then.
All right,
okay. Obviously.
Well, I might actually win.
Okay.
Hit
us up. Next one.
Janelle, who is responsible for popularizing the term 420?
For popularizing it or for creating it? Making it popular? I don't fucking know.
Oh my God. I feel like I know this, but...
That's one.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Okay. I was going to say, I mean,
I guess it's a or question. So does the Grateful Dead have another name too?
The Dead?
Or, like, what are they called?
A jam band?
The people that...
like hippies?
A jam band.
People that go to listen to...
Deadheads?
Yes.
Okay, good. You got that. You're
Grateful
crushing
Dead
it.
Deadheads. Hell yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that is where it became popular.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Because I remember it originated, I don't remember exactly where it was, but I think it was like these kids in high school would go meet in like the park at the time of 420 to get high. I think that's where it like originated from.
What's it called when two strains are mixed together?
A hybrid?
Yes.
Woo! Hey, hybrid. Shout out to the hybrid, my favorite type.
That's true. It is the superior type, I believe. It is the
superior type.
It's a little mixture.
In my opinion, skis.
Okay, our winner is Janelle.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Cannabis queen.
Feels good to win for once, you know?
Yeah. For once.
I have a little redemption in my life.
You won at least one of our games, right?
Yeah, I won Who Wants to Be a Conspiracy Theorist.
That was a big win. That's a big win. Okay?
I got to wear the fucking tin hat. Okay, that was lit.
That was lit. We need to do that on the Sesh. Play that game again. Would you guys like to see that? Who Wants to Be a Conspiracy Theorist on the Sesh?
Yeah, I'm down to play that.
Once we're in the studio, we can have the guys so much more.
Exactly.
We're gonna have lots of space for activities.
All right, let's go ahead and get into ads.
Okay,
and then we will be right back.
So our first sponsor today is HelloFresh. And
Hello?
HelloFresh?
HelloFresh?
Someone was commenting on my video today saying, why do you always say HelloFresh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Because this shit is HelloFresh. Okay.
That's why.
So we have really been busy around here. We're doing so much, planning out all our new future plans for our studio and everything. And we just haven't had time to cook a lot lately. So having HelloFresh bags in the fridge ready to go to just pull out and make on the spot is so nice because it cuts out grocery shopping. It cuts out meal planning, researching a recipe and all that. Then the actual cooking, is very short because it's written out so clearly for you and everything's right there. Exactly what you need, which cuts out waste, which is awesome. Plus, HelloFresh's fresh ingredients are sourced directly from growers and delivered from the farm to your door in under a week, contact-free, of course.
It honestly is so fresh. Like the produce, when it comes, it really is in such good quality.
Yep. It's HelloFresh.
What else can we say, people? It's HelloFresh.
It's also a better value because HelloFresh is 28% cheaper than shopping at your local grocery store and 72% cheaper than dining in at a restaurant without sacrificing the quality, which is great.
100% more convenient.
That is the grocery store. That is the truth. So go to HelloFresh.com/Sesh12 and use code Sesh12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. That is HelloFresh.com/Sesh12. Use code Sesh12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. You know what? Like no one sane hopefully does. Go to the bathroom in a public bathroom with the door open. Like you'd hope you'd never see that, right?
True that. Yeah.
And using the internet without a VPN is like going to the bathroom in a public bathroom with the door open. It's
cute.
Not good. It's not
You don't want to see that. No one else wants to see that.
That's right.
And you know what else is not fair? The fact that Netflix hides thousands of shows and movies from you based on your location.
They do.
And then has the nerve to increase their prices on you. That's the other thing. Like, come on.
That's some BS.
It is. But you don't have to worry about that anymore with ExpressVPN. See, what you might not know is that what's on Netflix in your country is completely different from what someone in the UK or Japan has on theirs. Using ExpressVPN, I can control which country I want Netflix to think I'm in. So I have no restrictions when it comes to watching whatever I want. ExpressVPN has over 90 countries to choose from. So every time I run out of stuff to watch, I switch to another country to unlock new shows. It's like the closest thing you can get to traveling during a pandemic.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that's how Josh and I watch the UK version of The Office. It's super convenient and we love that show. I mean, I'll watch it in any country's version.
And the best part is it's not just for Netflix. You can use ExpressVPN to unlock shows on other streaming services too. So be smart, Seshies. Stop paying full price for streaming services and only getting access to a fraction of their content. Get your money's worth at expressvpn.com/sesh. Don't forget to use our link so that you can get 3 extra months free. That's expressvpn.com/sesh. Go to expressvpn.com/sesh to learn more.
Okay, first I'm going to light this candle. This is from Mavwix Co. Look, she sent us all these.
Dude, they smell so good.
I know, they're so good.
And they're beautiful. They have gems in them.
I know, they are. Yeah. Also, shout out to Art by Jack Studio.
Yes.
She sent us this beautiful amethyst.
Beautiful piece of amethyst. Dude, that was so kind. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Seriously.
We're going to have this in our background forever. This is going to be a permanent part of the Sesh.
Oh, yeah. Good vibes.
Set.
It goes with the Sesh, like amethyst. Perfect vibes for our show.
Yeah. She really knows her shit about crystals, and she makes sure they're all sourced from good places and that they're legitimate, because there's a lot of bullshit out there in the crystal world. So love her. We'll put her link below. And Mavwicks as well. Because I love these candles. They smell so good.
They're amazing.
Okay. So.
All right.
First time we smoked.
Yeah. Let's each share our experiences of like the first time we got Stony.
Well, it took a lot of convincing with me, actually. I was quite stubborn about it and quite judgmental.
Same.
I just didn't understand it. So.
In high school, I was like against it, basically.
Oh, me too, for sure. It's like very bad, very bad. And Josh would sometimes do it and I'd get pissed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, like, I wouldn't get that mad if he did it at all. But one time he like he was supposed to go to a morning class at the community college, and he like left for class at like 7 or whatever. And then he just never went to class. He went to his friend's house and started smoking at like 8 a.m. And they ordered like deep dish pizza by 10.
That's amazing.
He didn't even go, and then he came back, and then it was rough. I was not happy with that.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Because I was like, and especially because of school, I was like, we are here. Like, in school was so like getting him there and paying for his community college was so intense for us that I got so emotional about it. I was like, how dare you?
Oh my god, that's
I was pissed.
So funny.
I was pissed, but yeah, now that now clearly I've learned how good it is for you. Like, it really is how good it can be for your mental health. Can be. I know it's really not the best for everybody, because I do understand. I know I have friends who just aren't into it. It reacts badly with them, and I totally get that.
But it can be a great tool to help with a lot of things. Yep. But yeah, I was very judgmental of it too.
And back then I had just a lot more anxiety. Like, the first couple years of college was when my anxiety was at its highest. And Josh felt like this would help me so much. So he was always trying to convince me, and I was just like, I don't want to do it. But then, once it was legalized in Colorado, I was like, why not? You know, that changed it for me.
Same.
So he convinced me one night to try it. And we actually went out in our garage. We had like a little garage attached to our condo.
Yep.
And we were just just hotboxed it. And we used a gong, I'll say. I don't want to get flagged. we were hitting the gong. And I remember I took like a bunch of hits off of it, but probably like little hits. I remember it was like 10 hits or something. I remember
you telling me like the next year, like, I took 10 hits, and I was like, whoa.
It was a lot. Like, I probably smoked, like, I got 2. It was fun at first, and it was like music was sounding good and everything, and I was like, wow. But then I just like kept going, and I eventually got to the point where I looked over at Josh, and his head just started multiplying upwards. Like, he had several heads stacked on each other, and I could see like 3 or 4 heads, and I was like, whoa. But it was kind of entertaining, so I was like, that's crazy.
Dude, back in the day when like I first started smoking, it was like much more visual, It
was at
like
first.
You could see like kind of weird things and stuff. It's kind of
that
doesn't really happen anymore.
The only time I ever had that was back then, in that one moment, the first time.
Yep. Oh, amazing.
But it didn't even scare me. I was like into it. I was like, this is cool.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have a bad moment at all.
Oh, I'm sure.
Clearly, because I kept
and everything
going.
used to be like so funny back when like I first started partaking. Like I would just like sit there and laugh. Like,
oh my God, we would laugh so much.
Everything.
And then once I did it, I was like, I've got to get Janelle to try this, because we both have really bad anxiety. It just like runs in our family. It really does. And I knew it would help you so much instantly. So I was trying to convince her, but she was so nervous about it. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to make it like, you were mostly nervous about coughing and like your throat hurting at first too.
Yeah. I was like, I've never smoked anything in my life. I think I like smoked.
You were worried it was going to give you a sore throat.
But I was like, it's going to rip me to shreds. Like it's going to, you were like, I would see you coughing. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, we got to put ice in it. And then we would have this whole routine of we would make tea. Remember that? We'd always like break up peppermint
we would
tea.
have hot tea. We would have ice.
Yep. We went out to the car, and that's the first time we did it, we were just straight up in the garage. We were just in the garage,
and I didn't even feel anything.
And the car wasn't in the garage. Yeah. We had like a random pink stool, like an office chair. I will never forget it.
And I remember John helping me he was holding it. Remember, they would like light it. We would take their like residuals, like their afters.
They would light our hits for us.
That was like the first time.
That's shameful.
No, that was like when you have no experience.
I feel like you can still use a lighter when you have no experience.
Okay, that's true.
Like how hard is it? For a while, we were like intimidated by it, but yeah, that's certainly changed.
Yeah, we were in the garage and I didn't really like feel anything that first time.
Yeah, I don't remember much about that night.
Yeah, it wasn't. I just remember we were
kind of afraid that like the cops might show up.
Yeah, which
for no reason. Why.
Yeah, just would be like, hey, how's it going? Like, just show up.
We're just checking on you. We heard you have some green in here.
What the fuck? Oh my God. But yeah, that I remember that really, really well. Mm-hmm. But the first time I really got high was at a concert. It was freshman year of college.
Oh yeah.
And my mom and I was like, I really want to.
This was your first time. I forgot your first time wasn't with me.
That was my first time like ever trying, like partaking in the activity of it, but it didn't like affect me. Like I didn't really feel it. This was the first time I was like, I'm feeling it.
Okay, so this was the second time.
This was like the second time partaking, but the first time actually feeling the effects of it.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, we were going to a Further show, which is like a branch of the Grateful Dead, essentially. I'll leave it to that. And we were like, I was like, I really want to try weed because I had been going to shows for a while and like people smoke a lot during concerts. Like that's with any concert, but like I was always like completely sober and like at Dead shows, it's like very hippie, like very cannabis friendly and such. So I was like, I really want to try it. So I was like, a better way to do it than with my mom who can take care of me and like if anything happens, whatever. She was like, yeah, totally. So she's experienced, like, well, it's all good. So she goes to the dispensary and this was like back when it was just starting to be like rec legal and you could go buy it. And she bought it and then we took it to the concert or whatever. And I remember it was like these 2 little mints. They were like these tiny little mints and each one was 10 milligrams. But I like had no concept of like 10 milligrams is a lot or a little. I had no idea. So I was like, okay, I'll just take one. So I took one and I didn't feel anything for like 30 minutes. So the classic mistake, you take another one.
Yeah.
So I took another one and I was like, okay, I guess it'll do something. But by that point, there was 20 milligrams in my system. For someone who has like never really felt that was like, that's kind of a lot. I mean,
that is
like thinking about it now, it's like kind of a lot. So anyways, the music starts going and whatever, and I still don't really feel anything. And then it's like intermission. And so the lights are back on and we're just like sitting we're at Red Rocks. And so we're just sitting like there's no seats or anything. It's just like a fucking floor basically with a bunch of steps. So we're sitting on the steps and we're just talking. And all of a sudden my mom like cracks this joke and I like jump up and I was like, and then my world was just like, like it was just like a wave. Like I was like, whoa. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, I think I'm feeling it. She was like, okay, good. Like, that's great. The music will be back on soon. You're going to have a great time. It'll be great. And I was like, I don't think I like this. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be fine. Like, just wait till the music gets back on. So of course the band comes back on, they start playing. And that was like my lesson is like, if I ever feel paranoid, put music on because it really just helps you like tone it down, helps your mind focus, helps your mind get off of the fact that like, oh, I'm feeling this way.
That's such a good
You can just like focus on the music, put on your favorite music, and it always helps me. But yeah, I mean, that was like my first time. But I remember I was feeling it too. I was like,
yeah, I remember you telling me about that. You're like, I was like having a bad trip. I was so freaked out at first. And then she was like, well, do you want to leave? And I was like, no, I'm not going to fucking leave. Like, I'm going to toughen up. I want the band to come back on. The music will be good for me. And it was great. And it was a really fun night. But yeah, that was my first time. Did the good old take too many edibles and then get smacked by them. They really just hit you out of nowhere. That's the thing is that all of my stories of like times that I've gotten paranoid have been edibles.
They hit you out of nowhere.
Some of them are just too strong.
Yeah, some of them you're like, oh, I don't feel shit. And then all of a sudden, like it's like, boom, being hit by a train. You're like, whoa.
It reminds me of Joe Rogan with that one clip where he's like, it's like, whoever's making edibles, you got to chill the fuck out. Because it's true.
They sneak up on you.
Especially people that make them at home. Like, that shit's always really strong. You never know. And the thing is like, it depends on how you make them, but sometimes it can be distributed wrong. Exactly. So you could get a piece of like a brownie that's just like a lot loaded. Yeah. So you never really know. Definitely had some times like that. Yeah. My next story is kind of like that. So there are several stories of Josh and I that are just funny, but the ones that are hilarious and that really stick out are our mountain trips. We would go to the mountains and it was our big thing to like take edibles or smoke or whatever while we were in the mountains and then walk around outside. It's beautiful. Like who doesn't like to do that?
Of course.
So one time we would always be afraid to be outside with it because it was still kind of like frowned upon. And
yeah, well, you can't like,
especially when it's first legalized,
you can't really like consume it outside.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the end of the world necessarily, but like it's definitely not like, so can't like walk around and hit a bong on the street. Yeah.
Like, and that's not allowed. Like at night too, like you don't want to like go off into the mountains and do that, you know? So we were like, where do we do this? We don't want to do it in the hotel we were staying in. So we're like, okay, we'll just do it in the car.
Yeah.
And we also took edibles that night, but then we were like also smoking in the car.
That's always the great combo.
Right? So, and this was when we had just started and our tolerance was just way lower.
You would get smacked, dude.
Dude, oh man. Yeah. Okay. So we were sitting in the car in the parking lot and we just started like tripping out. Like at first we were afraid that we were going to get caught smoking in the car and that we weren't allowed to do it on hotel property or something. I can't remember if this was right before it was legalized.
You were in a parking garage, right?
No, this is in Estes Park. You're thinking of my Vail story, which I'll tell also. Because I kind of touched on that last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a great story.
This one's crazy. So we parked over in the parking lot near our room, and we would just like go into our room and then come back out and smoke, come back, just like go back and forth.
Yeah.
So we did that several times, and by later in the night, probably around like 9 or something, this cab driver pulled up into the thing underneath like the little atrium in front of the hotel.
Sure. Yeah.
So he was quite far away from us. I don't know, like he probably had no idea we were in the parking lot at all. But we started getting like worried that he saw us smoking and was gonna call the cops.
Dude, it's amazing what your mind can convince you of in that moment. You're like,
and we were both like in it. We were like, oh my God, we were like looking at this cab driver. So he drops off people into the hotel, they go in, and then he's just sitting underneath the atrium, whatever, like waiting for, or atrium's not the right word, is it? The overhang.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
The valet.
The valet.
He was chilling in there, waiting for someone else to come in the car, and he got on the phone. And we were looking and we're like, oh my God, he's calling the cops. Like Josh was like, what are we gonna do? We need to like break our stuff. Like let's break our glass. And we were thinking about doing it. Thankfully we didn't. We thought we were gonna go over in the bush and just break it underneath there and leave it there. And dude, we started panicking. And then finally he left and we like calmed down, but we were like shook after that. So then we were like, okay, well, we need to get back into the hotel because it's getting late, whatever. And then I started getting paranoid that I saw someone. Like I looked off into the distance and I thought I saw someone just standing amongst all these trees just looking at us. And there's no way there was anyone there. No I thought I saw someone like out of the corner of my eye, and I told Josh about it, and then Josh started getting scared. So we started getting scared that we were going to get murdered. And I started thinking that, I don't even know how I started thinking this, but I thought someone was underneath the car with a knife, and that if I stepped out, they would like stab my foot.
Yeah.
I was like really scared they would like whack me from underneath. And then Josh was like, oh, they could be. And we were panicked, dude. Like I wish I could have had a camera on us. We were like, what do we do? We gotta, and then we were like, okay, we've just got to get out of the car and just run. We just need to book it home to the hotel. And we literally did. We were like, okay, 1, 2, 3. We like jumped out of the car and we both ran probably faster than we've ever run to the hotel.
Run for your life.
And we got in there and we're like, oh my God, we survived.
Dude, it's so fun. I feel like everyone who partakes can relate to that in some way. Like you can convince your mind of the craziest shit. Like you think everyone's like out to get you or to judge you or like hates you. Meanwhile, no one fucking notices. No one cares enough to like notice. Yeah.
The amount of times I've been at restaurants and I've started getting paranoid that the waiter hates me.
Many times.
It happens so often. I'm like, this waiter hates me. Or this waiter like knows me from the internet and hates me. Or I'll just start panicking about like, was I kind of rude about the way I like took my plate? Or like, I'm always like, thank you. That's my biggest thing is I get paranoid in restaurants. That's probably the only thing I still deal with when it comes to
because like, it's like, paranoia. Are you ready to order? And you're like, I don't know how to read the menu.
Ordering exactly. I'm like, oh, how much time has it been? But yeah.
Oh my God.
Some of those early days were definitely really fun. Though. Like some of my best memories are with Josh just like doing stupid shit.
I would like be so afraid that like the police would like come randomly ring the doorbell or like order delivery. And then the doorbell would ring for the delivery. I'd be like, oh, it's the fucking cops. Like, we're done for. Like, hide me in a closet. And they're like, oh, it's the fucking pizza you ordered, you asshole.
It's kind of like, you know, when you're a kid and you stay home alone and you start getting paranoid that someone's going to break in or you definitely heard something. It's like that.
Yeah.
But it's worse.
But then afterwards, you're like, that was so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
like, wow. Oh my God, so dramatic.
I know.
Okay, so my other story I actually told on the last episode. It was when I got in the car and thought the world was closing in on me. So I'm not going to rehash that all out. But if you want to hear about that, go to the other one. But I have this other great story. This is so funny. I don't know if you've heard this, but I'll set the scene here.
Okay.
Okay. So I had this job at this company, and I was this job at this company. Wow. It was a virtual assistant kind of. So we had tons of different clients, and then we would answer the phones for them, schedule things, all that shit. But it was basically like an office. I was a receptionist, and
sorry, just drank my drink a little out there.
sip. And so and I was I think 23. This was post college, and this job was whatever. And so, anyways, there was a night before. And it was a Monday or something. It's Sunday night. I took some gummies, and I took 2 or 3 that by this time, and I didn't feel anything. It never hit me that night. And I was like, what a fucking ripoff. This is trash. So I go to bed, wake up, nothing. It was so there's not, I was pissed off at these gummies. So then it's 10 o'clock. I'm at work, and these clients walk in. They need tons of copies and faxes to be done. I'm like, okay, sure. So I start running the fax machine, start making the copies, and then all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, these gummies smack me on the ass so hard. I was immediately extremely feeling it. Partook. And I was panicking because I was oh my God, did I accidentally smoke this morning? I forgot. Did I eat gum? I was why am I was so high. I was what's going on? So I'm starting panicking because I'm I gotta make these copies. And then of course you get in your head. I'm I'm probably going so slow. What if I mess it up? I'm trying to make these faxes for this person. I'm oh, they're probably judging me. Oh, I wonder what my coworkers think. I'm oh my God. And so afterwards I finally make all the copies, whatever. I send them out. And then I turned to my coworker, and luckily, we were all really good friends, but I turned to one of them, who was one of my best friends still, and I was dude, I am very stoned right now. And she starts laughing, what? And I was and I don't know why. I was I literally took gummies last night, and I think they're just now hitting me. Blazed. It was
That's so funny. I remember that. I remember you telling me about it. Oh yeah,
I did. Okay, yeah. But yeah, and then my friend was oh, that makes sense. You kind of looked like you were paranoid over the copy machine. Do you need help making copies? And I was no, I was just so taken aback by what just happened to me. And then that for the whole day I was, which is fine. I was all right, I'll just do my work and be in a better mood. But yeah, for the first few moments, I was wait, what's going on? I was did someone drug me? What's happening?
That's a scary feeling. You're what
horrible
happened to me? What did I take?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. It was so funny.
Yeah, your friends at work were cool too, because most of them smoked too.
Oh yeah, we liked to partake, so we would
that's nice.
We would go into the bathroom and sometimes do a little puff on the pen, and then come back.
Yep.
And it was such a really just depressing, mundane job, and so I was we got to make this fun somehow.
Oh, I would do the same thing.
So yep. Amen. But I was no regrets. I was a better employee. I was more patient on the phone.
Yeah,
more willing to deal with people's bullshit. So I was whatever.
Yeah. Well, again, it's changing the stigma.
Yeah,
that you can't work unless if you're high, you can't
absolutely
work. You definitely can.
The amount of essays I've written.
You might stall at the coffee machine for a few minutes, but you'll get back on track.
I remember being so afraid. I was what if I make a mistake and then they all think I'm on drugs? I was
so funny.
It was really great. But,
okay, we're going to take another quick break from our sponsors. So I think my favorite product that I've discovered this year is She's Birdie. It's the coolest thing. I've got these She's Birdie things on all of my stuff, my keychain, my purse. I have it on a backpack as well. We all have them. Sydney has them. Janelle has them.
Yep. I hand them out to all my friends. I'm always hey, you heard of She's Birdie? You need a She's Birdie.
Well, that's what's so cool about She's Birdie is they send us tons of these. So we are able to pass them out to all the women in our lives. And let me tell you why you need one, because they're awesome. Whether you're taking a walk around your neighborhood, running errands, venturing out on your own, you always want to feel safe. And it's a scary world. But with Birdie, you can keep doing what you love with an added peace of mind. Birdie is a personal safety alarm designed to be easy to carry on your bag or your car keys, like I said, and simple to use. Once you activate your Birdie with a quick pull, the alarm will emit a 130 decibel siren and flashing strobe lights to help deter a possible attack and draw attention to you.
It's loud.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's really loud. And it's not hard to pull it either, which I like. It's hard enough that it won't just accidentally happen, but if you're like in a struggle, you could easily pull it. Yeah. And it's loud and it's bright. And unlike pepper spray and other deterrents, Birdie is no danger to you or kids.
Yeah, or kids or anything, pets. Yep.
So you can feel confident to use it without worry. And Birdie goes where you do, and it comes in fun colors.
They have the coolest colors. I'm telling you guys, they're really, really cute.
I'm really into the black one actually because it looks really sleek and like fancy.
Yep. They've got a ton of colors on their website.
And it has this big brass keychain attached to it, so you can attach it to literally anything. It's huge. And right now, She's Birdie is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase when you go to shesbirdie.com/sesh. That's She's Birdie, spelled SHESBIRDIE.com/sesh to get 15% off your first purchase. That's shesbirdie.com/sesh. Now that's a tongue twister.
Guys, it's finally starting to get warm here in Colorado. I feel like we've been living those sad, cold months, those dark months for a while now, but it's finally springtime. And that means that I'm in the market for some new spring clothes because it is time to get out of my house a little bit more, enjoy the warmer weather, and there's no better way to do that than with the Curtsy app. I love Curtsy because you're shopping from real women in your size and style. It's so easy to use, and I found some really amazing deals on there. With the Curtsy app, you get thrift store prices delivered right to your door. No need to sort through thousands of items that aren't your style or your size. I find any basically brand that I want on there. I mean, you can really search anything and all the listings will come up. I found Birkenstocks, I found Levi's, I found some Lululemons. Anything you want, they've got. I found a pair of Birkenstocks that are usually like over $100 for like $50, and I was so stoked about it. They were in really good condition too, and they were delivered right to my door. And you can get all these brands and more for up to 70% off. Selling clothes is usually such a pain in the ass, which is why my closet's very full, but I'm actually moving soon, and Curtsy is the perfect way to get rid of my clothes. I can sell them super easily. I never know how to really price my items, but Curtsy actually suggests a price, which is also so helpful. And if you don't have a printer, they'll mail you a shipping label for free, which I love. And the coolest part is you get to instantly cash out on your debit card. So if you want a sustainable way to get Birkenstocks, Levi's, Nike, all the good shit delivered right to your door, download Curtsy today and enter promo code SESH for 15% off your first order. Search for Curtsy in the App Store, spelled CURTSY, and enter promo code SESH for 15% off your first order. Download the Curtsy app and enter promo code SESH.
Okay, so my other story is in the mountains as well, because that was our thing. So we were in Vail. And anyone who's been to Vail like knows how this place is laid out, right? It's right off the highway and it's all kind of on one side, most of it. Yeah. Well, as far as the Vail Village and the touristy area. So we were staying in a hotel in Vail Village. And there's this parking garage over near the hotel down at the end of the village. And there's also this clock in the village. I think it's a clock or it's something that makes sound, right?
Like Sydney, a bell or something.
Yeah.
I think it's like a clock tower.
Yeah, I think it's some type of clock. Yeah. But it goes off and it does like ding. Yeah. It does like the whole kind of grandfather clock thing. Exactly. It counts out the time. So it's really, really loud. You can hear it inside the parking garage. So Josh and I went to this restaurant. We took edibles in our hotel room. Then we went to a restaurant. But then our car was parked in the parking garage. And so we would go back, like while we were hanging out in Vail Village, we would like go to the parking garage, smoke, and then go back out. Yeah. So we'd have a private place. Same thing as last time. It was kind of like our little safety area.
Sure.
So we go out to dinner, everything's fine. And then we get in the car to smoke a little bit and it hits us, man. The edibles hit full force. And I don't even know how this all really started. Well, this guy came into the parking garage and he just looked creepy. I think he was like maybe doing maintenance work or something.
And when you're in that state of mind, you're sus of everyone.
Yeah, you're sus of everyone. But he really did seem like he just had a creepy vibe. Like if you saw this dude, you'd be like, "Yee, I'm not going to be like alone with you in a parking garage." Like it was a little scary. And so we watched him walk in and I was already kind of creeped out by him because he was kind of looking at us. And then he gets in his car and just sits there. and he was like across from us. So we were just like sitting in our car and he's sitting in his car. And I swore he was just like looking at us. And he could have just been hanging out there. For all I know, he was smoking up too.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what he was doing, but he was just looking at us. And I was like, oh my God, he's like going to murder us. And I started getting paranoid that this guy was going to kill us. Like same thing as Estes Park. And then I convinced Josh. I'm normally the one who leads all these things.
Like,
and I get him going.
Idea,
and he's like, oh God, babe, you're right. And so at one point he opened his car door and this music started playing. And I thought it was coming out of his car. And it sounded kind of like a toy box, like the like how scary that would be if you're already scared. I'm already sus of this guy, and now this music is coming. I thought was coming out of his car.
He's like playing.
I thought he was opening the door so that we could hear the song. So, and it was very faint sounding, but it kind of just, I was like, is it his car? Like the ignition just going ding, 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 or is it an actual song? Turns out, guys, it's none of those. It is the clock tower in Vale Village that we were hearing inside. And I thought he was playing like a doomsday song. Like he was going to kill us.
Like, here's your song for your death.
Yeah, like this is his fantasy. Like he's going to act out a scary movie in Vale Village in the parking garage.
That's so fucking funny.
We get terrified and we're like, okay, we're too messed up right now to drive.
Yeah.
So Josh was like, we've got to just get out and try to get out of here, because we were like afraid that this guy was going to come after us. So we like quickly got out of the car and we were just like walked up to the little ramp. So it's 2 floors and it's kind of just a spiral. So you go up to the first floor and then you can go down and you can just do this figure 8 thing. So we walked up to the top and tried to get out because we like couldn't even figure out how we got into the parking garage. We couldn't find our exit back to Vale Village. Like, I don't even know how this happened. I seriously don't know what happened. So we started walking and then we started running and we got paranoid that this guy was like behind us and was going to kill us.
Oh my God, that's fucking scary.
And in that moment, I started thinking, because we were like running and the parking garage has these murals painted on the ramps down. So then I started getting tripped out about what was in the murals. And I started thinking about like the murals at the Denver airport.
Oh my God.
And I was like judging the murals. And then I started convincing myself that we were in hell and that we died somehow that night and we got to hell. And that's why we were stuck in the parking garage.
I was like the entrance to hell.
Yes. So we were like going up and down the two like levels, just panicking. Like we were like, we can't figure out how to get out of here. We were walking in circles. And then we like didn't want to go back to the main floor because that's where the guy is, but that's where the exit was for the parking garage. Oh my God. And then we finally were like, okay, we have to go back to the main level because this guy, that's the only way out. We have to get out of here. Yeah. And he's still in his car. So we went down there and then we just booked it past him and booked it out the exit into Vale Village and just ran all the way to the hotel. Like I've never ran so fast. That's probably the last time I ran quickly.
Of booking shit. Was this before or after Estes Park?
After. This was 2 years after.
That is so funny, dude.
When
it
was like after college.
I was like dying laughing.
I was so scared.
No, I could literally, that one time when the earth was closing in on me, I literally was like, this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, you can get in that
headspace. Yeah. I was so fucking scared. And that guy never did anything. He didn't even talk to us. He was probably just chilling in his car.
That's so funny.
Waiting for something or waiting for someone. I don't know what he was doing, but I thought he was going to like murder us and put us in the back of the truck. Or I thought we were already dead. I thought he already killed us and we were in hell.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
I know. I was like, is this like the limbo or whatever?
That's really funny though. Oh yeah, like purgatory.
Yeah, I was like, is this what it's like testing me in the place you died? Like I started getting all these horrible thoughts.
Surprise, everyone goes to a parking garage. That's where you go?
To Vale Village.
Oh, to Vale Village. That's amazing.
It was terrifying. And then we went back there the next morning and we were like, the door's literally right here. Like what were we even doing? We were stuck in there for like 30 minutes trying to get out.
Amazing.
I was paranoid.
I wonder if anyone saw you like, why is this like why are these people just like walking up and down these, like what are they doing?
Even when we got into the hotel, we were staying at this hotel called the Sebastian. We got it on Groupon, this like deal for this nice hotel.
Yeah.
And we like came running through there. We're like flying past the desk and everything. I mean, we weren't running, but we were like, let's go. Like he could be behind us. Like I thought he was following us. We were paranoid of this dude. I swear it was like the scariest day.
That is amazing.
It's a good memory now.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, great story. Okay, my last one is a little bit shorter and it actually involves one of my stepbrothers, but it's so funny. So this was like a few years ago, and I don't know if you've ever heard this story. It's my stepbrother from my stepmom's youngest kid. So you know which one it is.
Yeah.
So me and him were really close, and we were for a while living together at our parents' house, and we both like to partake. So we were, doing that. But I don't think I was involved in this one, actually. I think he was like doing it on his own, but I think he was stupidly doing it in his room in our basement. So of course he was. All of a sudden, my stepmom like walks downstairs, and she's like trying, like knocks on his door or something to get in, and he's like, no, like don't come in. She's like, what's that smell? And my stepbrother is like,
she knows what it is.
He literally goes, there's a skunk in my room, Mom. He lives in the basement, so there's a windowsill. He goes, Mom, a skunk literally fell into the windowsill and got in my room. And she's like, what? And I don't know how he like convinced her, she like believed him, and he's like, don't look in the closet, like the skunk is in there, like I'm really scared it's gonna get me.
Oh my God. It went in the closet.
Yeah, it went in the closet.
Wow, that was stupid to say.
So then she's like, okay, so she runs upstairs and tells my dad, like, there's a skunk in so-and-so's room. I'm like, oh my God. And my dad is like, there's no fucking skunk. Like, he's smoking pot. So my dad like walks down there and he's like, give it up. There's no skunk in here.
You just said his name.
Oh, fuck. I'll just blur it out. It's fine. And it was seriously like, of course there was no skunk. Surprise, there was no skunk. It was just him being stupid and doing it in his room while our parents were like upstairs, like watching TV. I don't even know what they were doing. But yeah, he literally convinced my stepmom that there was a skunk in his fucking room.
That's hilarious.
And of course my dad was like, no, absolutely not.
That's so funny.
But it was great.
She listens to all our episodes.
Yeah, I know.
She's like the one person that listens to every single one.
Fan. Seriously, shout out to my stepmom.
Yeah, we love you, R.
Oh, love you so much. But yeah, that was a really funny story.
I never really experienced like trying to smoke in my house or like hide things from my parents or anything. No, because I didn't do it until college. And then by that time, my parents were just open about the fact that they partook as well.
Totally. That's actually very
true. We partook together.
Yeah, no, 100%. Our parents are very like cannabis open and like friendly and stuff.
We're
so it's
lucky.
not like, we are really lucky. Like I've never had an experience where like they found my stash or something. Like it was always, by the time I started doing it, it was already legal, and it was never that big of a deal anyways. So but there's so many. I've definitely had some times partaking in my parents' house, like post college when I lived back at there. But that's a secret I'll take to my grave. No, just kidding. But yeah,
it's funny that you and I haven't had that many, like, we haven't really like psyched each other out or had an experience together like that. We normally stay pretty calm together.
We stay pretty calm. Yeah, I was gonna say we've never like there were some times where I would get like paranoid in your like condo or something. Like I've had like paranoia, but like nothing like that crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to know your guys' stories. So comment below.
Yeah. And in the future, if you want to see an episode where we react to your stories, I bet you guys have some even better ones than us.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, maybe we should make a little form to submit, actually. So if you have a story, you can submit it at the form in the description box if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, perfect. That'll be really good. I'm excited for that.
But next week, we are going to be switching into a more serious gear and looking at some interesting things. We'll have to just wait and see what we have planned, but you'll see soon.
Wait and see what we've got. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm excited for it.
Highly requested, so...
Alrighty then. Well, that's it for this episode of The Sesh. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to subscribe if you're on YouTube, or go leave us a review if you listen on Apple Podcasts. Yes. Make sure you subscribe there and follow us on Spotify.
Shout out to anyone who's left us a review. That seriously helps us a ton.
Yeah, I was on there the other day. We have almost 2,000 reviews.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Shocked. I like never look at the reviews. So like... Thank you guys.
Yes.
It's really awesome, and it helps our show a lot. So we appreciate you.
We love doing this show. I just have to say, it's the highlight of our week.
It's the highlight of our week. It's so fun. Yeah.
And I can't wait to tell you guys what we have planned, because we've got some good stuff.
Yeah. And I can't wait till we can tell them like our set plans. And,
yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, sorry. And yeah, I'm so excited. It's
really excited for the new set.
It's going to be so cute. And to get guests. Yeah, everything is going to get even better. Yeah. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Level up.
Oh, level up. level up. We kept saying that like right before we started recording. We were having a full concert in here. Okay, that's it for this week, guys. We'll see you on the next sesh. But until then,
keep it fresh.